Welcome to the Cinema Gold Show. I'm your host, Larry Leese. And on today's episode, we break down the latest box office numbers from this weekend and dive into some of the latest headlines from around the industry. This episode is brought to you by Skillshare. Hey folks, I've got something super cool to share. I've recently dived into Skillshare, and man, what a transformation it's been. It's not just an online learning platform, it's a hub of inspiration. I stumbled across this photography course, right? Always thought I had an eye for it, but never really explored it. So I dove in, and now I can't stop clicking. From creative angles to understanding lighting, my Insta game has leveled up for sure. Seriously, whether it's photography, digital art, entrepreneurship, or another passion lurking inside you, Skillshare's got it covered. So go on, unlock your potential, and join Skillshare. It's a journey you won't forget. Use the link in the description and support the channel. Before we dive into today's episode, we'd like to remind you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Just search the Cinema Gold Show. And of course, you can find a link to our social media in the video description below. Without further ado, let's dive into today's topics. The verdict is in its second weekend, supernatural horror pick, The Nun 2, narrowly prevailed over the new entry, A Haunting in Venice, the third installment in the Agatha Christie-inspired movie series. The Nun sequel took in $14.5 million compared to $14.3 million for A Haunting in Venice, according to Monday numbers. The race was too close to call on Sunday when estimates from New Line and Warner Brothers showed the Nun sequel grossing $4.7 million for the weekend, while 20th Century Studios / Disney had Haunting in Venice earning $14.5 million. When Sunday projections are this close, only $200,000 separate the two films. The industry generally considers it a tie till final numbers are tallied. A Haunting in Venice had hoped to top the chart in its debut. While a threequel opened in line with expectations, it's still a muted start for the film, which will need strong legs to come out ahead. Similar to other recent movies with a buzzy cast, the threequel had to make its final publicity push without the help of its stars because of the ongoing actor strike. In addition to directing, Kenneth Branagh reprises his role as the iconic detective Hercule Poirot. Camille Cotton, Michelle Yeoh, Tina Fey, Jamie Dornan, Jude Hill, Kyle Allen, and Ricardo Scamarcio. This time out, Disney's marketing team made a decision to highlight the movie's horror elements as part of the campaign versus only the murder mystery themes in hopes of expanding the audience. The strategy worked with younger adults who were the most avid moviegoers, making up the majority of the audiences. Conversely, older moviegoers, the franchise's traditional target demo, didn't show up in the hope for numbers. Overseas, from where the franchise draws much of its strength, A Haunting in Venice opened to an estimated $22.7 million in its first 51 markets, for a global start of north of $37 million. The threequel didn't open far ahead of the last film in the series, Death on the Nile, which started off with $12.8 million domestically in February 2022, when the box office was still in recovery mode. The sequel was among the many films delayed because of COVID-19. It also had to contend with negative publicity surrounding star Armie Hammer, who doesn't appear in the new film. That film's ensemble cast included Gal Gadot, Letitia Wright, and Death on the Nile topped out at a subdued $137.3 million globally. 20th Century, a division of Disney's movie empire, capped the threequel's budget at $60 million, compared to at least $90 million for the last one. 2017's Murder on the Orient Express turned into a sleeper hit after opening to $28.6 million domestically, on its way to earning more than $350 million worldwide. First film's ensemble cast includes Michelle Pfeiffer and Johnny Depp. All three movies received a B cinema score, although A Haunting has notably better reviews. The Nun 2 enjoyed a strong hold in its sophomore outing and falling 55%, a good showing for a horror pick. The movie has amassed $56.3 million in its first 10 days domestically. Overseas, it earned another $30.1 million from 72 markets over the weekend to jump the $100 million mark internationally for a global total of $158.8 million. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. What did you think of the movies that were released this weekend? Is there anything that surprised you that did well at theaters or didn't do well? Let us know. And now, of course, on our next topic, Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty, has been canceled after 2 seasons on HBO. The drama starred John C. Reilly, Adrian Brody, Jason Clarke, Quincy Isaiah, Michael Chiklis. The future of Winning Time hangs in the balance. We need viewers. The strikes are crippling. Please help spread the word. Season 2 is amazing. But HBO is big on numbers. However, the ratings for the second season have taken a hit, which has ultimately contributed to the show's abrupt ending. Winning Time sought to depict the golden age of the Lakers in the 80s, despite getting considerable pushback, with former Lakers Jerry West and Magic Johnson questioning the work done on the show, with Johnson saying, quote, "You can't do a story about the Lakers without the Lakers, the real Lakers. You gotta have the guys." Johnson is portrayed by Quincy Isaiah, and Jerry Buss, who owned the franchise at the time, played by John C. Reilly. The series also stars Adrian Brody, Michael Chiklis, and Jason Segel. Other cast members include Jason Clarke, Gabby Hoffman, Devon Nixon, Solomon Hughes, Brett Colin, Spencer Garrett, Molly Gordon, Joey Brooks, and Rob Morgan. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you think of Winning Time? Did you watch it? Have you not watched it? Do you plan to? Let us know. Of course, give us your thoughts on the series as a whole. And now on to some more rather exciting news. Good Burger 2 has set a late fall release date.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Keaton Thompson and Kel Mitchell return to lead the beloved comedy sequel this November. Paramount Plus has just unveiled the official artwork and release date for Good Burger 2, the sequel to the beloved 90s movie, which was originally based on a sketch from the Nickelodeon comedy show All That. The sequel to the cult classic movie brings back familiar faces, such as Dexter Reed, played by Keaton Thompson, and the original Good Burger cashier Ed, played by Kel Mitchell, who find themselves back at Good Burger in the present day, along with a new quirky group of employees. The movie is produced by Nickelodeon Studios and is set to debut just in time for the holiday season on Wednesday, November 22nd, exclusively on Paramount. For viewers in the UK and Australia, it will premiere on Thursday, November 23rd on Paramount Plus. The classic 90s sketch made its debut on All That back in 1994, revolving around a fast food joint known as Good Burger, and its endearing, oblivious cashier Ed, portrayed by Mitchell through seasons 1 to 5. This beloved sketch inspired the worldwide release of the feature film Good Burger on July 25th, 1997, courtesy of Paramount Pictures. The expanded feature focused on the character of Dexter Reed, a high school student, who accidentally crashes his mother's car into the car of his teacher. To pay for the repairs, Dexter takes a job at Good Burger. He ends up working alongside Ed and becomes entangled in the restaurant-centric and chaotic nonsense. The central conflict in the movie arises when a rival fast food chain, Mondo Burger, opens nearby. Mondo Burger is run by the arrogant and conniving Kurt, who is determined to put Good Burger out of business. Dexter and Ed must come up with a plan to save Good Burger from its impending doom while navigating a series of comical, absurd, and chaotic situations. It was a popular film among children and teenagers in the late 90s and has since gained a cult following. In the 2019 revival series of All That, Mitchell made a triumphant return, reprising his role as Ed. In this iteration, Ed had climbed the ranks and became the seasoned manager of Good Burger after dedicating 2 decades to the establishment. Good Burger 2 will premiere Wednesday, November 22nd, exclusively on Paramount Plus. Though I would personally say I wish we could watch this in theaters because it would seem like a good holiday season movie to watch on the big screen. but you can catch it on Paramount Plus. And if you want to sign up for Paramount Plus beforehand, use the link in the description. That can help support the channel. And now on to our next topic. The truth is, Tim Burton came out and has revealed that Michael Keaton was reluctant to return for the upcoming Beetlejuice sequel. Beetlejuice 2 is almost finished with production, set to resume filming as soon as the Hollywood strike ends, but the sequel wouldn't be happening. Not for Michael Keaton's change of heart. Now on to our next topic. Oppenheimer has crossed 900 million and is close to becoming the highest grossing biopic ever. And if you haven't watched it yet, you can still catch it in theaters at a local movie theater near you. That is all the topics we have for this episode. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below on the topic we covered. Is there something we missed? Or something we got right? Got something wrong? Let us know, and we might be able to cover it in the next episode. Of course, if you want to support the channel, you can go ahead and buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold. And as always, give us a thumbs up if you like a video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button to be notified of future videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching and listening. We will see you next time. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in to the Cinema Gold Show. If you want to see more content, just click right here. And of course, subscribe to the channel, which you can hit right there. We'll see you next time on the Cinema Gold Show.